following the death of a 72-year-old man who allegedly committed suicide in Assam's Jorhat after a reportedly obscene video of him and a girl was uploaded on a pornographic website. The teaching community is condemning the incident as a failure of moral education. According to media reports, the secretly filmed porn video showed him in an intimate situation with a young college girl. The video is said to have gone viral on social media after it was uploaded to some pornographic sites, leading to humiliation and shame for the elderly man. Hornbill TV connected with teachers from various institutions in Assam in this regard to get their opinions. Our reporter Deep Saikia interacted with some concerned citizens in this regard. Let's see what they have to say in the regard to the case.
The obscene scandal of Jorhat city has been viral and hot in the air now. Today, Hornbill TV will connect with Ajay Vishal, who is the founder and owner of a renowned educational institute in Jorhat. Let's directly go to Ajay Vishal and know about his point of view about this whole matter.
Sir, Jorhat is said to be the educational and cultural hub of Assam. What do you think about this downfall of morality of the young generation, especially of the student of this place nowadays?
See, according to me, is the communication gap between the parents and children in society, and I would rather emphasize on this fact that parents nowadays have lost complete control over their children. So, in a nutshell, it wouldn't be enough if I say that parents are in such a trap in this generation especially, that they cannot take any disciplinary action against some notorious kids in our society. Not only parents, even teachers cannot do anything, as both parents as well as teachers, they can be easily threatened to be caught by the police in a false harassment case. That has been a regular practice nowadays. In our days, things were exactly the opposite to it. Now, if the generation will have such careless upbringing, so it is quite obvious that they think they can do simply anything and everything, whatever they wish to do, because there is no one who can prevent them from doing anything as such. So, it can be concluded that where children do not get any sort of practical moral education, their morality ought to face such a heavy downfall.
Yes. Sir, which according to you are the most crucial influencers behind this moral downfall?
Obviously, I would say social media, movies. I would include both Bollywood as well as Tollywood movies, South movies, which are most popular because they are dubbed into Hindi, and you will find every other young boy or girl enjoying those movies. But what exactly do they try to find in those movies? That's the question. At the same time, as I said earlier, parents and teachers' inability to discipline the students. But at the same time, let's not blame the whole bunch of youth just because of a few notorious kids, not the entire generation to be blamed. There are a few who go beyond the rules, and they are making the society full of dirt with these kind of filthy issues and concerns and activities. So, in terms of the influencers, yes, social media, if you do not know how to use, forget about social media, be it any sort of media or any platform, if you do not know how to use it properly, so it is definite that there will be some negative results. And according to me, there is not one or a few specific influencers which has brought this huge impact in our society.
Do you think for the namesake of modernization, we are rapidly progressing towards deep ministry of darkness?
And my answer would be absolutely yes. What are the youths doing nowadays? In the namesake of modernization, they're simply copying the Western culture blindly without even knowing what they are copying. I, being a teacher or a trainer by profession, in my tenure while I teach or impart education to students, there were a few students who utters a few words in excitement, and they keep on repeating the same with similar level of excitement. There were instances wherein I have experienced this, and when I encountered such a scenario, I was surprised that this student perhaps does not know the actual meaning of what he or she is using. I wouldn't quote whether it was a male or a female, but it was a student, a youth, this generation. Unquestioned, I got to know that the person, that candidate, the student, heard it in some YouTube videos by Carrie Minati and used it. But Carrie Minati, he knows what he's using, what he's saying, and on which platform. But if students, it's just an example, if they do not know the meaning of something, and if they simply speak or yell about anything and spread these kind of words or these kind of practices in society without even understanding what exactly they are doing, so it might lead to trouble. This candidate was lucky enough, it was done in front of me, and as I am experienced from outside this place, so I actually knew what these words mean, and I educated that student, and after that I am happy that that particular student had stopped using that particular word, which is nothing but it was some sort of profanity.
Yes, sir. Sir, do you think sex education is important for the youth, and how it can be eliminated such filthy incident?
Absolutely. In fact, the audacity is in our society. I will tell you, when a girl child attains her puberty, we feel shame in accepting this natural phenomenon normally.
Yeah.
We cannot accept it naturally or normally. And what we normally express it in front of people, we use words like difficulty or problem in front of others. Now,
It's natural, sir.
it's quite natural, yes. It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
However, whereas at the same time, we contradict our own behavior, blowing out our own trumpets, arranging for, there is something called in our culture, it's called horubia. Now the question is, what are we actually trying to do? Just think about it. We are contradicting our own behavior.
Yeah.
So I would say sex education, yes, indeed is important at this stage. Because nowadays there are even books and copies behind which there are mentions about what is a good touch and what is the bad touch, especially with kids. So I would say moral education alongside sex education will definitely empower our youths towards a bright humanity. Now, when I'm using this word called bright humanity, what I'm trying to mean is that they should know what is good and what is bad for a person, for his or her image in society, because we need to live in the society. And at the same time, let's not simply keep the namesake of anything. Okay, humanity is not a namesake. Modernization is not a namesake. All this behavior, personality, image in a society, you can earn money, you can earn wealth, but you cannot earn reputation. You cannot earn an image. It takes ages. So because of all these activities, everything get demolished in just a fraction of a second. And that's very sad.
Yes, sir. If we talk about this current situation in Jorhat, at this case, porn website case, which is currently going on, sir, according to your point of view, whom will you blame?
Now, according to police, the investigation is going on. So till the time police completes the investigation. So I would say, being a person from digital media, at this point in time, you also do not have any clue. So I am also general public. So I also am not completely aware of this whole thing. But based upon whatever said and done so far, I have heard a few bites from a police officer. It was said that the accused girl, she had lodged an FIR a few days ago, complaining that some of her intimate photographs were leaked by someone. And according to this suicide case, people are claiming that after watching that video, it can be understood. I haven't seen that. I do not have access to that video. So this is based upon what people are saying, that it can be understood, and it is quite obvious that there was no pressure. The girl deliberately tried to be cozy with that aged person, and after that, this whole incident was captured with the help of a hidden camera. So what would be the intention? It could be, honey trapping or blackmailing case. Or else, if you say that for the sake of fun, you cannot simply say for the sake of fun. A lot of people are saying it, but I wouldn't say it, because according to me, it was quick money. That was the virus behind this whole thing. So at this point in time, this is whatever I have just said. This is based upon what I have heard from people. And I would like to urge to public, as there were a few accused person in this whole case. All of them are students. They are college-going kids. So they are only a few. Do not bring any sort of defamation to the whole college or society, because they do not represent the whole college, they do not represent the whole society. And I personally would urge anyone and everyone not to mention the specific names of those colleges. And that's about it.
Yes, sir. My last question to you. Do you think media, be it social media or digital media, is responsible for such immoral activities in the society?
We talk mostly about, rather we blow trumpets about equality between man and woman. Now let's say in this case boys and girls. Till the time the case is proved against someone, that person can be called accused, but he is not the main culprit. Now what is happening is that in case of boys, the face is revealed. In case of girls, the face
is blurred.
Why? Why is this discrimination? I would rather say, either hide the face of all the accused till the time they are proved to be guilty. Because otherwise, this is against the human right. In this case, I would say, why should girls have all the fun? And this is adding fuel this additional power, especially which is made available for the females or the girls. This is adding fuel to their activities. They think that they can easily put the blame on others, and any which ways their face is not going to get revealed, and there could be name mismatch. That's what they can claim. So they will not have this threat that, if something happens, I might fall into soup. So that's what they do not think. And in terms of social media, I would say TikTok got banned. However, we still have Instagram Reels. Not only students, even the parents.
Yeah.
They have so much of craze about making reels and making various unacceptable pose in videos. They don't even care if they get trolled by any YouTuber. And I would say the blame needs to be against the parents. I would say there are availability of iPhone, there are availability of Android phone, expensive flagship Android phones. Now the problem is parents do not have time for their kids. They are so much engrossed, or they are so much occupied with their mobile phone, that once a child gets born, the first thing they do, they should not click a photograph scientifically, because the click of that photograph or that particular flash, it's not good, scientifically not good for that child, because the child has just seen this light of the world for the first time. But it has been a regular practice. But that is just the beginning. They do not have time. They will give the mobile phone to kids, and the mobile phone is easily accessible to them. So when the kid grow with that mobile phone from such an infant stage, so there will be a time that the child cannot live. Similarly, like a person cannot live without oxygen, the child cannot live without that mobile phone. And it's not the mistake of the child, it is the mistake of the parents. Yeah. And because they do not have the power to control or discipline their kids, so because of this, all these filthy happenings are possible on today's date in this new generation. So there is something called parental lock or child control lock in all the mobile phones. You buy a basic mobile phone, it is available there. But parents do not use it. Either they are not aware of it, or else they don't care. What is the reason behind buying expensive mobile phones, laptops, motorbikes, or any sort of these kind of gadgets for a school going or college going kid? It is not necessary, but they are investing. They should invest on some skill development, but they do not feel like investing in any sort of skill development. They will invest in all those things, but thereby they are pushing their children towards this deep hole of, I would say, black hole, or as you rightly use the word, ministry of darkness.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time and inputs. And if we talk about this porn website case, which is currently going on in Jorhat town, the interrogation is still going on. For further updates, please keep watching Hornbill TV. This is Deep Saikia reporting from Hornbill TV from Jorhat town.